Hello, this is Sarah Braasch. Welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to do a quick impromptu video, and there's something that I really want to talk about and need to talk about. I am really angry. I am so angry. I'm so angry that the consensus seems to be that I don't have a right to be angry. And guess what? Cancel culture is real, and I get to be angry that I almost died. I get to be angry that I almost died. I get to be angry that my lifelong human and civil rights academic and legal careers were destroyed. I get to be angry that I had to flee Yale's campus for my life while being taunted by a mob. I get to be angry that I had to go into hiding for over a year and that I'm still more or less in hiding. I get to be angry that I'm not allowed to say that I'm more or less still in hiding and also try to live my life and try to make a living and try to support myself and try to carry on and try to finish my PhD dissertation. Because if I do anything that makes it the case that there's public information about me online, then I must be lying about being in more or less in hiding and not wanting anyone on Twitter or elsewhere on social media or online to reveal my physical location. I'm just really angry. I feel like my head is going to spin around on my neck every time someone says cancel culture isn't real and suggests that I'm some kind of a whiner. Do you have any idea? Do you have any idea how many death threats I got? Do you have any idea how many threats of violence I got, including sexual violence? Do you know that the #1 comment made to me by so-called woke intersectional feminists was to tell me that I'm so ugly that I should go hang myself like my dead brother Jacob? I don't think you can appreciate the magnitude of the devastation, the magnitude and the ferocity of the hatred, like the hate, the pure white hot hatred that was directed to me from all over the world. The things people said about me, the things people said about me in the New York Times, on CNN, on MSNBC. Do you know that Tim Wise went on MSNBC and accused me of trying to kill Black and brown students on Yale's campus? He actually did that. And here's what I want to say. When people say that I shouldn't say that people tried to get me killed, I shouldn't say that people tried to drive me to suicide, I shouldn't say that people tried to incite my murder. When you go on MSNBC and you falsely accuse someone, an innocent nobody, that's the other thing too. I still am the antithesis of a public figure. I was a middle-aged scholar with mental health disabilities, including severe post-traumatic stress disorder, living in an isolated dorm room at the top of a tower on Yale's campus, and I rarely left my room. That's how much I wasn't a public figure. That's how much of a private figure that I was. The only thing I wanted in the whole world was to be left alone and in peace to complete my PhD dissertation, which I consider to be my Saving the World project. That's all I wanted. That's all I ever wanted, was to be left alone. I just wanted to be left alone. I wanted to be left alone. I wanted to be left alone. What do you think happens when someone like a Tim Wise goes on MSNBC and falsely accuses me, an innocent nobody, living like a hermit with mental health disabilities, when he goes on MSNBC and he falsely accuses me of trying to kill Black and brown students on Yale's campus? What do you think happens? You know what happens. And the fact that people are trying to lie now and say like, I wasn't trying to get you killed, I wasn't trying to drive you to suicide, and everyone knew I had mental health disabilities. You know why I can say that? You know why I can say everyone knew I had mental health disabilities? Because Lolata Siambola made it more than abundantly clear in the video that she took of me, which was the grossest violation of my privacy. She made it more than abundantly clear that she was targeting me for my mental health disabilities, and that she meant it as a campaign to publicly shame me for my mental health disabilities, and that the Yale administration was helping her and working with her. She made it more than abundantly clear in the video that she took and distributed all over the world. So no one can say that they didn't know that I was a vulnerable person and a member of a vulnerable population with mental health disabilities. Everyone knew it. The ACLU doctored the video to obscure that fact. Everyone knew it. You all knew it. What do you think happens? What do you think happens when you're on the front page of the New York Times and you falsely accuse someone with mental health disabilities, someone living like a hermit, a completely innocent nobody? What do you think happens when you go on the front page of the New York Times and you falsely accuse them of trying to kill Black and brown students on Yale's campus? What do you think happens? What do you think happens, NBC News, when you stop just short of at least partially blaming me for the shooting of Stephanie Washington? What do you think happens? What do you think happens? You know what happens. You know what happens. You know that you're probably going to drive me to suicide. You know that I'm going to get a flood, a torrent, be deluged by death threats and threats of violence. You know I'm going to have to go into hiding. You know you're destroying my lifelong human and civil rights career. And everyone either knew or should have known that I am a lifelong human and civil rights activist and a licensed attorney. Everyone either knew or should have known that. All you had to do was Google my fucking name. Google my fucking name. Anyway, I'm upset. Yeah, I'm upset. And I'm just really, this is what makes me so sick. It makes me so sick when I hear people and see people say that I'm a whiner, I'm a whiny little bitch because I'm mad that I almost died. You know what? I get to be fucking angry that I almost died. I get to be fucking angry about that. And when people try to say that cancel culture isn't real, I just want to scream at the top of my lungs. Because what they're basically saying is they're denying what happened to me. They're denying the fact that I almost died. Or they're at least saying they really don't care. They really don't care. They're perfectly happy to deny the fact that I almost died, the fact that I still have stalkers trying to find me and kill me, the fact that I received tons and tons of death threats and threats of violence, the fact that my lifelong human and civil rights academic and legal careers have been completely and totally decimated. My life has been destroyed. My life has been destroyed. I feel like I'm in mourning. I feel like I'm in mourning for the life that I spent decades building. I had nothing. I had nothing. I walked away from everything I ever had and everything I ever knew as a teenager, and I built a whole life for myself. I came from nothing. You want to hear about disadvantage? I came from probably one of the most disadvantaged positions, and I fought and clawed my way to the top of academia. And all I wanted to do, I have a law degree. I could be making tons of money right now. You know what I wanted to do with my law degree? I wanted to work on my Saving the World project. That's why I went to go get a PhD. That's why I went to go get a PhD so I could finish my Saving the World project that I've been working on for more than a decade now. Anyway, I just wanted to say that. I just want to say that if you're trying to say that cancel culture is not real and I should just get over the fact that I almost died and my life was destroyed and I don't have a right to be angry, you're evil. You're the evil person. That's evil. I have a right to be angry, and I'm not going to stop saying that people were trying to drive me to suicide, because you know what happens. You know what happens when you tell the kind of disgusting lies about someone, an innocent nobody living like a hermit, someone with mental health disabilities. You know what's going to happen when you tell disgusting lies about that person. In the New York Times, on CNN, on MSNBC, on NBC News, on GMA, on The View, in the Washington Post, on... You know. And if you try to say now that you don't know, you're the liar. You're the liar. Own it. You all need to own what you did to me, and you all need to apologize to me, and I'm not going to let you off the hook. I will never stop fighting for justice. And also because this isn't just about me. This isn't just about me. We need to stop the moral outrage industry from getting one more innocent person killed. We need to stop the moral outrage industry from destroying one more innocent life. You can't believe anything. You can't believe anything you read in the New York Times anymore. Every single thing they published about me was bogus, fake news, disgusting lies, and they knew it. And they knew it. There's no excuse for what they did to me. There is no excuse for what they did to me. Anyway, it's not just about me. It's also about restoring civil liberties at Yale and on college campuses across the U.S., including due process. We are done with these bogus Title IX litigation that happens on campus. These disciplinary procedures that have no due process whatsoever, destroying innocent people's lives, and administrations are happy to just throw students under the bus to protect themselves, which is exactly what they did to me. We're going to stop this. We have to stop this. We have to restore civil liberties on college campuses, including due process and free speech, and everywhere. We have to stop the moral outrage industry from getting innocent people killed. And I am never going to stop fighting for justice. I will never. I don't care. You can keep telling disgusting lies about me. You can keep calling me a liar. You can keep saying I'm a whiny little bitch. You can keep calling me a conspiracy theorist. I am never going to stop telling the truth. And I am never going to stop fighting for justice, ever. I love you all so much for your support and kind words and donations. They mean the world to me. Please support me. Please support me as I continue this fight. I'll have a bunch of links below, including my PayPal, me, and GoFundMe. Thank you so much. Have a great night, everybody.